Welcome to another week of Dodger baseball, a week that can best be described as extremely challenging. After that weird 8-16 game in St. Louis, the Dodgers only managed to win one of the remaining three as the bullpen kept sputtering along as best they could. Then they went to Atlanta, which felt extra scary with the state of our starting rotation. But surprisingly, the team was able to take 2 of 3, even keeping the last one pretty close. But the big story this week is the rookie pitchers. With Dustin May's injury seemingly keeping him out until after the All-Star break, the rotation was already in dire straits when Julio Urias was put on the IL with a hamstring strain. That left us with only Kershaw, Gonsolin, and Syndergaard, which was made even worse by the fact that our 2 backup starters, Pepiot and Grove, remain on the IL. So that meant calling up Gavin, who we saw earlier this season, as well as the MLB debut of the Dodgers' #1 prospect, Bobby Miller. How did they do? Well, take a look at our pitching performances. Stone got slightly destroyed in the first inning, but settled in afterwards into a game that the Dodgers were able to win. Bobby Miller, meanwhile, delivered an incredible performance against an incredibly tough lineup for his first appearance in the majors. Roberts has already confirmed we'll be seeing at least one more start from Miller, and if he keeps this up, it'll be even more. So I'm going to put Bobby Miller on the clutch list this week, considering how well he performed with the odds stacked against him. I also got to put Freddie on the list, as he's currently on a 14-game hitting streak and gave us this incredible moment in Atlanta.
Down 1-2 here, and he golfs one down the line. If it's fair, it's got a chance. It is a fair ball and a 3-run home run. Freddie Freeman, in his return to Atlanta, has put the Dodgers in front with a 3-run skyscraping home run.
Then there's JD Martinez, who has gotten 11 hits in the last 7 games, including 4 on May 22nd, 2 of which were home runs.
Martinez turns on this ball, deep drive to left center field, and gone. JD Martinez gets the Dodgers on the board with his 2nd home run of the trip, his 7th of the season. It's 4-1. So the base is wiped clear. And a 2-2 to Martinez. Rifled to right center field. That ball's deep. That ball's gone. And the 2nd home run of the game is part of a 4-for-4 night for JD Martinez.
I was hesitant about us having a permanent DH for the first time this season, but so far JD has been incredibly helpful in the lineup. Mookie Betts is also on the clutch list for his 7 hits in his last 6 games, although he oddly took a day off on the 21st, leaving us with a lineup featuring David Peralta batting leadoff. Talk about a game we were destined to lose. I'm also going to put Miguel Rojas on the clutch list, which might surprise some of you, but he's been quietly racking up small hits, which is exactly what you want from a player like him. He's had 6 hits in his last 6 games, and also accounted for 4 runs. It's just nice to have a guy at the end of the lineup who can get on base for the guys at the top. Not to mention his defense is spectacular, so I think he's earned his spot on the clutch list. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Will Smith, who got 5 hits in the last 2 Atlanta games. But the real reason I'm talking about him this week is because he had an almost intense altercation with the Braves outfielder Marcell Ozuna, who is famously an all-around great guy, beloved by his wife, and voted safest driver in Georgia 2022. When Ozuna was at the plate, his backswing hit Will Smith on the head, and old Will was not too pleased. Take a look.
You can't give up mentally.
That got Will Smith on the backswing, flied to left field, and caught by Peralta. Smith not happy.
Very sensitive about it because of the concussion protocol that Will had to go through from foul balls off the mask, and now the bat coming around there and got him. There are guys that let the top hand go but are able to hold up before they get to the catcher. That's full speed right there. There's not a lot of hold up there or protection for the catcher.
So although we came very close to seeing Big Dick Bick and the rest of the bullpen fight it out with the Braves, everything mostly settled down. Smith later said that he had been standing up for all the catchers in the league, since apparently Ozuna has done this to multiple people. Being the stand-up guy he is, Ozuna did not apologize and instead suggested that Will Smith move back. And everyone online picked a side depending on which team they liked more. On the list of concern this week, we have the usual suspects, Trace Thompson and Austin Barnes. Thompson still has yet to get a hit since April 17th, and Barnes is still batting below 100. But everyone else is settling in pretty decently, so I'll leave it at that. Here are the division standings at the moment. So as bad as the series against the Cardinals was, it's great that we took 2 out of 3 against the Braves with the help of some rookies. At least now our schedule should get easier, right? Oh, never mind, we're facing the best team in baseball this weekend. God help us. See you next week.